Hey guys, it's a new week. We are learning some more stuff. It looks like a lot of you were getting on and doing last week's stuff. So obviously email me if you have any concerns. If things aren't working out when you're solving things. I got a few emails already. This is now the first morning that actually everybody's working. So I'm recording this obviously for the next week. But yeah, just shoot me emails if you're having concerns, and hopefully we get things worked out. And again, when all those assignments are due, I'll put into Echo week's work. That'll be kind of the assignment that you can see. If you're doing all your work, you'll have an easy A. Okay? Now, we're moving into something that we've all kind of heard, even if you just remember from that movie, The Matrix. Now, the plural matrices, that's when you have more than one. So obviously, we're going to be multiplying a matrix, but we're going to have more than, obviously, we're going to have two. So we're going to say multiplying matrices. Okay, that's really what you're going to see on, the ACT or in our book. It'll say multiplying matrices, but matrices are just plural for matrix, okay? Now, just a little background here. So every matrix has a certain number of rows by columns. Okay? Now, again, if you think about like going into a theater or whatever, the rows of the theater is like how many lines of chairs. Okay, so the rows for a matrix is kind of going left to right. So this would have one row. This one has two rows. See, there's one row here and one row here. So this is a one row, that's a two row. Okay, so the rows go first. So this would be a 1 by. Now we'll talk about the other number. And then this is a 2 by. 2 rows by. Okay, and obviously the second number is columns. I mean, if you think like columns of a building, the holding up a building, they're vertical. So this has 2 columns. Okay, and this one also has 2 columns. There's 2 columns there. Okay. Now, to be able to multiply matrices, these two numbers in the middle have to match. If this was like a 1 by 2 and then a 3 by 2, you actually couldn't multiply them. Okay, the two middle numbers next to each other. So the columns of the first one have to match the rows of the second one. And then the easy thing to remember then is that first number and that second number in that second one makes your answer matrix. So the answer matrix is going to be a 1 by 2, a 1 by 2 matrix. So we're going to actually solve this kind today. We know that our answer matrix is going to be a one row by 2 columns. So I can put little blanks there because what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill in these blanks. I'm going to solve for these 2 blanks. Now, the next video we'll do bigger ones. Then even the next video we'll do more negatives. This is pretty challenging. Okay, so we'll go slowly through this, but if you stay with me and keep practicing, you'll get the hang of this. So anyway, multiplying matrices, and again, we're starting off with very small ones. We'll get into some bigger ones. What you actually do, and this is why these numbers have to match. The columns of the first one have to match the rows of the second one, because you actually take this row and you stand it up down that column. So 4, 2 goes down 3, 5 and multiplies. So the first one in this row goes with the first in this column. So 4 times 3. And then the second number in this row goes down with the second number in that column. So 2 goes with 5. Okay. So we take 4, 2, down 3, 5, 4 times 3, 12. Again, this stands up 2 times 5, 10. And then you actually add those together. 12 plus 10, 22. And guess what? Boom. That is your answer right there. That is the answer. So the first answer in my answer matrix comes from taking the row for this one and standing it up, going down the column. Now what we do obviously to get the second one is now I'm going to take this row and stand it up down that second column. So 4 goes with 1 and 2 goes with 6. So again, 4, 2 stands up and comes down 1, 6. So 4 times 1 is 4, 2 times 6 is 12. Again, these just add together. So guys, you multiply, then you just combine, so that's 16, and there is my answer. So the answer to multiplying these two matrices is 22, 16. That's the answer matrix. Okay, let's practice another one over here, a little quicker. Okay, and then you're going to have one of these for your homework. Now again, I'm sticking with the same style here. So this is, again, going to be a 1 by 2 answer matrix, because that's a 1 by 2, 2 by 2. I mean, same size. Okay, and again, row 3, 5 stands up and comes down 1, 6. So 3 times 1 and 5 times 6. So again, 3, 5 stands up and comes down 1, 6. Okay, 3 times 1 is 3, 5 times 6 is 30. Add these together, and the first answer there would be 33. Okay, is that making sense? Good. Okay, now again, that row that we have here now stands up and comes down this column. So 3, 5 stands up and comes down 4, 8. So 3 times 4, 5 times 8, 12, 3 times 4, 12, 5 times 8, 40. And again, add these together, 52, and boom, there's our answer. So for this one, the answer is 33 and 52 when we multiplied those. Okay? Now, again, I'm going to give you the same kind of size matrix here. You can see the one down here in green. Okay, that's going to be your homework. So take 2, 6 times 5, 1, and 3, 7, and do the same kind of steps. And again, just try to type it in the best you can in the journal part of the Echo assignment, and I'll be able to see that, okay? Take care, guys. Bye.